You know that funky, yeasty smell that dogs can get in their ears? I thought it was just something that came along with being a dog owner until I found Coat Defense Daily Preventative Powder. I've been using this product for a long time now on our golden retriever Tucker to keep his coat fresh and clean, but recently I started brushing a little in and around his ears, and the difference has been amazing. The smell is gone, his ears are much less irritated, and the powder, it works like a dry shampoo, so it repels dirt, eliminates odor, and now I know it does a whole lot more. There is nothing like this product in stores, so try it out and see for yourself. Visit coatdefense.com and you can get 15% off with the code MOMMA15. That's MOMMA 15. Let's be real, summer skin needs a little extra love, and my simple barefaced routine does the job. Barefaced summer staples are a powerhouse trio that makes my routine so easy and effective. Liquid gold brightens and hydrates. Toning pads keep my skin smooth and clear. And of course, SPF 50 is non-negotiable. Without it, your other skincare just can't do its job. As a bonus, every order comes with a full-size clean slate spritz. It's a refreshing hypochlorous mist that I keep in my bag for on-the-go cleansing. If you want a simple, powerful routine that protects your skin all summer long, this is it. Place your order today to make sure you get your free clean slate spritz. Also, be sure to use the code MAMA15 for 15% off your first order at barefaced.com. It probably won't surprise you to learn that one of my favorite people to follow on social media is a sweet Southern grandmother who can cook like nobody's business. No one has been more excited about my interview with Brenda Gantt than my husband, Marty. He is a huge fan of her page, Cooking with Brenda Gantt, and we love her story on how a one-handed biscuit-making lesson turned into a viral cooking sensation. She's from Andalusia, Alabama, with the most infectious Southern charm. You'll see what I mean when you meet Brenda Gantt in this conversation. Okay, first of all, before we get started, you have to meet the person who made me such a fan of Brenda Gantt, and that is my husband.
How are you?
I can't see your pretty face. Get in the camera somewhere. There you are. I see part of your head. She's taking up all the space.
Oh, well, let me just
There
move
you
on
go.
over. So,
How are you?
It's so good to meet you.
It's
I've
good to
been
meet
wanting her
you
to do
too.
this for months.
so he started sending me these TikToks of all these recipes. I guess he was trying to, hint at me to cook more. And
All
so
right.
he sent me all his favorite Brenda Gantt recipes, and then I started following you, and of all the people to follow on TikTok, you've become our favorite.
Well, good. I can see a little bit of a blur, like we're coming in and out of service. You're not as clear as you were. But the good thing about it is I can't see any wrinkles.
Oh, well, there you go. We like the blur on there. So every time we come down to the beach a couple of times a year, and so every time we drive through Andalusia, he'll say, "This is the home of Brenda Gantt." One of the articles I read the other day said that Andalusia calls you the one woman member of the Chamber of Commerce. How does that feel?
It feels good. I'm helping somebody. Anyway, so what I did is I made a map myself of our little town. I hand drew it. Everything's labeled places to eat, places to shop, places to go see. Because for some reason or another, if you talk to your phone trying to get somewhere, you will be lost in Andalusia, Alabama. You'll be on dirt roads, and so I had to do it. I just had to. So I made a little map, and I give it out to all my guests, and they follow it and go
Oh
to
my
all the
goodness.
shops.
So you still have your bed and breakfast there in Andalusia, is that
I
right?
do. It's called the Codle House. It's a 1905 house. It's a farm looking house. It's got 3 bedrooms, and then we have a little cottage out in the back. And that's just where I came from just now. I just got through with their breakfast. They had um, cheese grits. They had scrambled eggs, smoked link sausage, fried apple pies, a big pan of biscuits, gravy, jelly, um, coffee, well
Oh my
water,
goodness.
whatever they wanted. And then
Okay.
when they got through eating, then I had some of my books and they bought those and then they've gone shopping now.
Okay. All right. How many people does the bed and breakfast sleep?
10. If you
Okay.
sleep with somebody.
Oh, okay.
I've got 5 beds, if that tells you. But if you,
Yeah.
a lot of times you'll have a ladies group that'll come, and so they all sleep together, and so you can get 10 in there.
Okay. And then do you make the breakfast for the guests every morning, or are you just a special celebrity chef now?
No, I actually cook the breakfast for them. One of the mornings, there's a limit. You have to stay 2 nights, okay?
Okay.
And I
Mm-hmm.
cook breakfast the night that they come. I cook breakfast the next morning for them, and the
Okay.
next morning they pack up and leave.
Okay, gotcha.
So
Well,
that's
let's
how.
go back to how this all started. I
All
understand there were
right.
some people in the church that wanted to know how to make some biscuits, and you finally decided to show them how to do it.
I did. Here's what happened. Um, my husband had passed away at the time, okay?
Mhm.
And so there was these guys in my, well, actually it was guys wanting me to cook. They were millennials. And somehow or another, the millennials didn't learn to cook. Their mother, I guess, had started working and would shush them out of the kitchen. So therefore, the millennial women really didn't get all the details of how to cook a quick meal unless they had a recipe. And if you've got to drag out a recipe every time, that's not fun.
Yeah, you
So
rarely use the recipe, right?
that's right. I use it on cakes, pies, and cookies. Other than that, I just cook.
Okay.
So anyway, here's what happened. The um, guys came up to me at church, said, "We want you to do a cooking class for our wives." I said, "I can't. I don't have time." So what I did on one Sunday morning, I decided that I was going to cook dinner anyway, and we were going to have biscuits. So I just got out this big bowl, put my phone up and like that over the bowl, and made the biscuits on my little personal Facebook page. I shared it with my little personal people, which is like 500 folks.
Yeah.
And so I guess they all shared it because it went viral in 2 weeks.
Oh
And
my
and
goodness.
that it had 1 million views, and now I'm at 3,800,000 people. As a matter of fact, this morning over at the Codle House, I've got 3 from Australia. They watch. I've got a lot of followers in Australia because they speak English, so they know what I'm saying.
So did they come to stay at the Codle House because they
They
wanted to
did.
have Miss
Yes,
Brenda's
they
kitchen?
did. They're eating with me. Or they've already eaten now. They're
Yeah.
gone shopping, I guess. I don't know what they're doing.
So
So that's how it actually started.
it's probably hard to book a room these days at the Codle House, isn't it?
It is. We're booked up, so nobody needs to text to get a room because we don't have any.
Okay. We'll make sure that that people
Yeah,
know
I
that.
mean there's none available, so
Yeah.
don't waste your time.
So that one video went viral, and then did you just think, well, okay, this is fun. I guess people are interested in this content. I'll keep making videos.
No, it wasn't like that at all. After it went viral, people started writing in questions.
Okay.
And they said things like, "How do you cut up a chicken? How do you make rice that isn't sticky?" And when they asked the last question, "What is a butter bean?" I knew that they could not cook and that they didn't know a whole lot. And I thought, "Oh my Lord, they really do need help." And so I didn't do this because it was fun. I did it to help people in America to learn to cook. And it was a good thing I did because these mothers that had 3 children during COVID, the kids were hanging around her knees hungry, and she had used up all her recipes and she didn't know what to do.
And
So
that's really when things took off, wasn't it? During
yes, it
COVID?
is. And the reason is because those mamas had been stopping getting hamburgers and chicken fingers and chicken nuggets for so long that when she really did have to cook for her family, she didn't know how. So
Wow.
that's how it happened. Um,
What is your biggest video to date? What were you making?
what was I making when I got the most views?
Yeah, like one of the ones that you put out that people really have resonated with.
Biscuits,
Biscuits for
fried
sure.
pies, and then yesterday I made cream of tomato soup,
Mm,
homemade. So you'd be surprised how many are still buying soups in cans. They've
yeah.
not made. Uh, it's all of them. They're not cooking. They don't know what to do.
Yeah, it is. It's like
So
it's
it
kind of
could be
skipped
something
over.
simple like a potato patty with leftover cream potatoes. They don't know how to do that either. So it's not. I mean, all of them go really big. All
Yeah.
of them.
And really your goal is to show people how easy cooking really is.
That's right. And it is easy. And see what's happening is they don't like to cook because they're dragging out measuring spoons and measuring cups and doing all this stuff when really when you're making a pot roast, you don't need all that stuff. You just salt and pepper your pot roast, sear it a little bit on the sides and make your gravy and stick it in the oven. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, it's not as intimidating as people want to make it out to be, right?
That's right. That's exactly right. And
Yeah.
you're not getting the chemicals of pre-done food. There's no preservatives in it to keep anything fresh because you're cooking fresh peas and fresh corn and you're not getting all those things that are bad for you.
Right. One of my favorite things about the way that you use your platform and now these, all of these millions of views that you have, but is how you also share your faith as you're cooking. You might quote some scripture, you might hum a hymn along. And I just think that's really amazing how at your age, the Lord has kind of opened up this even bigger, we can all share our faith on a daily basis, but I feel like He's
Right.
given you this gift to be able to really share it in such a genuine and authentic way.
Thank you so much. And I feel like that the Lord, well, I know that the Lord opens doors for you to step through a door. He makes opportunities for everybody to step through doors.
Mhm.
Sometimes people step through them on faith, and sometimes they don't. And they miss the blessing when they don't. But He also closes doors. Like
Mhm.
you'll be at a certain job and he'll close the door. I mean, you wouldn't even have the job anymore. But he
Yeah.
opens up another one for you. And that's just what he does at his discretion.
Yeah.
So, and so one day he'll close this door for me. Look at that hair sticking up. He'll close this door for me and that'll be okay.
Yeah.
That'll be okay.
But right now, I feel like that door's just opening wider and wider.
It seems to be, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it
It's
does.
open. It's open big, but I've enjoyed it and enjoyed meeting people and talking to people and going to different places to speak, and it's been really good.
Hmm.
It's
What
really
what's
has.
a trip to the grocery store to go to the Piggly Wiggly? What's that like for you? I would guess it takes you a while to get through there because everybody wants to talk to you.
It does. I know one day I went in and I didn't want anybody talking to me. I was in a hurry. So this was during COVID, and I had a mask over my face. I had on a baseball hat with my ponytail coming out the back, and I had on sunglasses. I mean, you couldn't see any of me. I walked in, and the people at the register started laughing and said, "Are you incognito today, Miss Brenda?" And I thought, "Oh my goodness." They recognize me.
It
But
didn't work.
yeah, I do see people everywhere I go and they want a picture, and that's fine. No problem.
Yeah. Not too long ago, you posted a video using the cat. We have one. I think we've got it out here somewhere. The cast iron wedges for the cornbread, the skillet with the wedge.
Yes.
I
Yes.
understand that there was quite the uptick of sales for Lodge cast iron.
I wouldn't doubt that because I have a lot of that, but most of mine are old.
Mm-hmm.
I go to junk shops and antique shops and all to get my cast iron, and what I was going to say is that a lot of them are rusty and they look bad. So I
Yes.
did a video just the other day on how to clean cast iron and season it. And once it's seasoned, it's good to go then.
So
So,
even if you're in an antique store and you see one that's rusted or looks
oh
old,
yeah,
you
if I want it, I
can
buy it. Right.
yeah. So people could watch that video and learn how to restore
Yes,
that.
they
Yeah.
can watch it. I've done it twice.
Yeah.
And one time was a big one was a cornbread stick pan. You've seen those. Your grandmother
Yep.
probably used one.
Hmm.
And the other one was a big cast iron pan, deep. And I cleaned it and did it for the people, showing them how to do it and how to season it and that kind of thing.
Tell me
Uh,
about the joy that you find in cooking for other people. I know my very favorite thing is a Sunday supper around my table with everybody home, and I love to cook. So getting to feed them, it just fills my soul to be able to feed my family in a special way. And I know that that has to be a big part of your story with your kids growing up.
it is. And it tickles me when they get back up and get some more.
Oh
And that
yeah,
makes me
that's
feel
fun.
good. I know that they're enjoying it, and I don't want them to be on a diet when they're here. I want them to eat all they want. And most of the time, like if I'm cooking and one of them's coming home from college, I'll say, "What do you want?" And whatever it is, that's what I cook for
Yeah,
that one. Or if it's their birthday and they want something special, I just cook what they want. And
yeah,
most of mine want regular food like
just
biscuits or cornbread and some vegetables. They want regular stuff
yeah,
because they're so tired when you go on a trip or stuff, there's all that fast foods and you get sick of that.
yeah.
You know, there's just so much of it you can eat. And I
What
do enjoy watching my children eat.
what do your grandkids think about all of the fame that has come along with cooking with Brenda?
Well, at first, they didn't like it because it was taking me away from them some. But I've learned to manage that now, and so everything's good with that. The only disadvantage is if we're together and we're out somewhere and people want to take pictures, then they have to be in the picture too. They say, "Oh, y'all get in it too. We want your picture." I don't know if they like that too much.
Yeah, yeah. Well, what would your late husband George think about all of this?
He probably would have been a little like, "You're spending too much time with strangers. I need you."
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. And,
Yeah.
and and all of this really is a little bit of a family affair. I love it when you have Walt on and he shares, about what the Lord is doing in y'all's life, and he really helped you get started by, didn't he upgrade your camera equipment or something?
Yeah, he's always somebody's always doing something to my camera or showing me how to do something. Like
Uh-huh.
Shauna's over here today getting me set up for Zoom because I didn't know how to do it. I mean, so I'm still learning and all this. I'm be 78 this in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
So as I didn't grow up with computers. I didn't
Yeah,
grow up with phones. We had this kind of phone that was attached to the wall.
right.
So I all this is new to me, but I've learned a lot about how to work it, and what to do, and that sort of thing. But I've had a lot of help along the way.
How do
And
you meet?
Walt is a great writer, and he's already written, I think it's 3 books, and his are real good. And his family stories about our family and doing things, and so they're real good. And
Yeah.
I've written 3 cookbooks,
Yeah,
so
I
I've
wanted
got
to hear
those.
about how the cookbooks came to be. Those are a lot of work, and now you have three of them.
I do. They came to be because I wanted my children and my grandchildren to have my recipes.
Mm.
So when you get a cookbook of mine, though I hate to bust everybody's bubble, but those weren't made for them. They were made for my grandchildren. We just happened to sell some of them.
I
So,
bet.
but it's got all the dishes in it are mine. The recipes are mine. Um, and so they're seeing that kind of thing. And in the first, I think it was the second book, I have a section at the back of some recipes that are friends of mine or people that I wanted y'all to know their recipes. I've got that. And in this last cookbook, we've got a whole chapter on cookies. And
Oh,
it turned out real good. But so it's been a labor of love for sure. It takes a little over a year to get one book. So
wow.
it's been 3 years I've spent doing that.
And it's probably an extra challenge for you because, like you said, unless it's a cake, a cookie, or a pie, you really just cook by feeling and smelling and tasting. But to
That's
have to
right.
turn that into a recipe is probably a challenge.
It was a much challenge, and I didn't like it. I didn't like dragging out everything and measuring for y'all, but I did do it.
Yeah.
And so, to help folks out,
Right, right. Well, it has just been so exciting to watch your social platform grow and how, America's just kind of fallen in love with watching you teach them how to cook. And I hope that more people are cooking because you do make it more simple.
I do. We never know when something might happen and we need to know how to make our own bread. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
we need to know how to make a biscuit. We need to know how to make cornbread out of water, or dumplings out of water. We need to know that because that's a staple. And if something happened, we need to know how to make something out of nothing. The
Yeah.
sign of a good cook is when the husband comes in and looks in the refrigerator and he doesn't see anything to eat. And then for supper that night, that mama can go in that refrigerator and make this great soup. And he's thinking, where did you get all this stuff? Well, it's a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and you've got this great pot of soup that the husband was standing there looking and wondered where did that food came from. That's a good
Right.
cook.
And
That
she
can
knew
take.
how to make it happen. Yeah.
That's
I
right.
did,
She knew
I
how to
did
make it happen.
I did want to ask you about how many videos do you do a day? I mean, do you do it daily or are you good about taking a day off and resting?
I do it daily, except sometimes, like if I'm doing a really big Sunday lunch, which I
Hmm.
do that every Sunday, I will make 3 videos in that day. Because, like, let's say I'm doing pot roast and I'm doing broccoli casserole and cream potatoes or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, I video each one separate. That way, I show them separately. Each day, I show a different one.
Okay. Okay.
But if I get up in the morning and I'm just gonna make flapjacks, well, y'all see me do that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I love it.
there's rarely a day that goes by that I don't have a video to put on for y'all.
Yeah, that you're not shooting something. The other thing I think I love about the way that you cook, and I think about my mother-in-law who lost her husband a couple of years ago, or people like that. She just kind of quit cooking because there's no one else to cook for. But you're really good. You'll make a good meal for just yourself,
I
and I
will.
think that is really a good thing that you encourage people to do.
Right, we're worth it. We don't want to eat just a can of soup. We
Yeah,
want something good. So I don't cook big for myself. In other words, I may steam a cabbage and have a piece of bacon and a sliced tomato and the cornbread, but it's not like some kind of fantastic something. I just cook regular stuff, but I don't eat a lot of sandwiches.
yeah,
And so because of that, uh, I just have to cook, some cornbread or a biscuit or something. But
right.
yes, I cook for myself. I do. Now,
That's
last night when I cooked the cream of tomato soup and a grilled cheese sandwich, that was so good. And I had that for supper last night. It was delicious.
that
It was
sounds
homemade cream of
delicious.
tomato soup and a sandwich, a
Yeah.
grilled cheese sandwich.
And don't open the can, people. You can do it. It's way easier than you think, right?
It
And
is. It really is. Now, I'm
and it's
telling
gonna
you,
be good, y'all.
it is.
Well,
It
I've enjoyed
is.
my time with you, and
Thank you so much. I
yeah,
have too.
thank you, and best wishes to you. Blessings on you and your family, and I can't wait to see what you cook next.
All right. Well, keep watching Cooking with Brenda Gantt.
That's right. Thank you,
And
Brenda.
share and share.
Yes, yes. Share
Yes,
those recipes. Yeah.
that's
Do
right.
like my husband does to me. Send me the recipe that you want me to cook, right?
Right. And tell him I said hello again. I didn't
Oh,
get to
I will.
talk to
You
him
made
much.
his day. I am going to
Okay.
tell you that my sweet husband, I've done 100 of these episodes, and he's never wanted to listen to one or take part or say hello until today. So that's a lot to say there, Miss Brenda.
Well, tell him I appreciate it so much. And I hope he gets a big biscuit belly.
I know. I know. He's the biscuit maker in our family. Can you believe it?
I can. I can. They got a lot of men out there that are great cooks.
Yeah,
All right,
he is.
honey. Well, you take care. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Brenda has several cookbook and hospitality books available, and we will link those in our show notes. Be sure to follow her on social media at Cooking with Brenda Gantt. I hope you have a fantastic week. I'll meet you back here.